And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo. You're listening to the GrishaCast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 135. In this episode, we'll be having some more holiday fun. This is your host, Eric, and this is Lucy. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is your podcast for all things Grishaverse, a world created by the one, the only, the lovely Lee Bardugo. Moi sabeyanyi, casters. So... Oh my gosh, it's breaking GrishaCast news. Wow, it's amazing. So we definitely are going to have to bring in our Grisha-In-The-Field, Aleks. Hello.
Breaking news.
Ooh, I know. I got chills.
So excited. I have so much.
I am excited for you because I know some of it, but I know you know more. And it's literally like it did just happen. So, yeah, spill the tea. Tell us the juice. What you got?
All right. Number one, Lee's book tour is almost sold out. She only has 2 cities left, Miami and Birmingham, I believe.
Oh, that are still have like tickets
Tickets
available?
available. Yep. So you got to get them quick if you want to go. That'll be her link in her bio on Instagram and any other socials.
Wow. That's awesome. I'm really excited about that because I know she's really excited to go back on book tour. And okay, well, that's exciting. I'm glad she sold out because I know that she actually in Durham, North Carolina, or is it it's Raleigh? That's the one. They sold out the first venue, and then they decided to add on a second, like make it a bigger venue. So they started selling more tickets. So that's cool to know they sold out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also on the Ninth House train, Illumicrate is releasing a Hellbent and Ninth House book box that will be on sale, I believe, in January.
Oh my God. I didn't know that.
I'm
Okay.
very excited.
Wow. Okay.
So check out their Instagram and everything for updates on that box if you want to snag it.
Definitely. Have you ever gotten an Illumicrate? I haven't.
I haven't gotten an Illumicrate. I got another one. I can't remember what it was, but it had King of Scars and Rule of Wolves in it.
Yes, that's the same one I did. Yeah, I can't remember which one that was. But it was right. Yeah, it came with the cool scarf. I remember that I love. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to check that out.
Freddie Carter, who plays Kaz Brecker, got married over the week.
Oh, mazel tov.
And a lot of his castmates were there.
Oh my gosh. That's a wedding to be at then.
Right? It was so sweet. Imagine Kaz getting married.
It's so hard, but so cute. Wow. Oh, okay.
We also got some stills from season 2, which we will be talking about later. And last but not least, what everyone has been waiting for, I won't make you hold your breath any longer. Season 2 is releasing March 16th.
Woo! Finally! This is incredible. So I do have a question for you. I was at work, and I know that I found out this information from you. How did the news get released?
It was all over social media. It was released about 10 o'clock Eastern time today or yesterday, since one of the days.
Well, yeah.
It's releasing a day.
Yeah.
But it was released, and it was the 6 stills, and the comment was the date. I was at work, and I was at the desk. Luckily, no customers were in the store, but I was screaming.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure that it probably came from the official Shadow and Bone Instagram. I bet
Yep.
that is awesome. I'm glad they did stills. I really was hoping that they'd give us a trailer, but they're gonna make us wait a
Usually we don't get a trailer until about a month before release, just so they can get all their editing and CGI work finished.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, these stills are gonna be so much fun to go through. So hang in there, everyone. But oh my gosh, that's so much news.
Right?
Wow. I bet you feel exhausted.
Oh, I had to carry all of that in my little satchel. It was so much.
My God. See, I told you it would eventually start pouring in, and this is what it's going to be like till March.
I'm
So,
so excited. I can't wait for more casting. I can't wait for everything.
I know it's going to be amazing. Well, that was quite a bit. Thank you so much. And that definitely was breaking news, and we're so happy that we were able to bring it to everybody. So, okay, well, I guess I'm going to let you go back to that field for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I know. It's a joke. I know. I'm not going to let her go back to the field because actually, she Alex is going to be with us. Yay!
Ooh,
I
nice.
know. So, however, this episode we're doing a little bit different. Unfortunately, Terry is not able to be with us, but Terry is here in spirit, and Lucy is here as well. But we will be bringing in my friend Lacey. So, without further ado, Lacey.
Hello, Moisoyanyevi casters. I
Oh,
totally butchered that pronunciation. But
well, to make you feel
hello.
better, everyone does. No one I think I am the only one that really I don't know. I don't I heard it on the audio books and I it's funny. But thank you for trying. I love it. And you did very good. You did very close. I
Thank you.
think it was Fiona. That was the one that was amazing when the very first host when she came back for our first Grishaversary. Oh, it was amazing because it was she hadn't heard it and it was all just I guess I think I sent it through a text message. So oh, it's the cutest thing. I have to go back and hear what she said because it was like moist. It was so cute. I loved her. Um so I'm so glad you're back. Lacey's been with us before and we got to have some fun playing. What game did we play? What did we do?
I think we played What If,
Okay. Is that
and
all?
it was what if Alina didn't abandon the Darkling at the little palace?
Oh, that's right.
That was the game we played.
Okay. Okay, so
And we
we
made Zoya the main character,
duh. Yeah, of
basically.
course. Is that all we played?
Obviously.
We didn't do anything with the characters?
I think we talked about that for like a good half hour.
Okay, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, these special episodes where I bring in my friends and we just play these games seem to be the longest ones. So, but anyways, I'm so excited that I've got it's three of us. Two of my great friends are here. This is awesome. And Lucy. Don't forget Lucy. She's sleeping. Oh. For,
Never forget Lucy.
for those of you listening on the podcast, Lucy, my dog, is sitting where Terry would sit. So, and I promise we're about to get to the podcast, but I do have to explain why I'm wearing this milkman hat, because I'm sure Alex is wondering.
I'm
Uh,
very confused.
yes. So this is a holiday show. Um, and the reason I'm wearing this is because for my work holiday party, which happens to be in a couple days, for some reason, they asked us to dress in 1950s costumes. And I didn't really
Sure.
know why. I felt like maybe there's something I'm missing since I'm Jewish. And because it's a total Christmas party. It's not they're it. And I was like, maybe there's just something I'm missing about, I don't see the connection between the 50s and Christmas. So, anyways, I looked and I found a milkman costume and I was like, That's so awesome. I have to do that. So that's what I'm going to show up as. So
It's a little sassy. I like it.
I'm here for it.
Chris is coming, and he's not going to do it, but I really wanted him to be like, I was trying to get anybody to be just like a housewife. I know this sounds horrible. It's just the time then, so I could be like the milkman, that like, yeah.
I'm on my way.
Where'd that baby come from? The milkman.
The milkman sure looks like the milkman.
I know. I've even got like little milk jars. Too many of them. Yeah.
All right.
I know. Family show.
GrishaCast after.
It sure
Yeah.
is. So, okay. Well, let's get into this. And real quickly, spoiler alert for everybody. We have already covered everything. So we are going free range with whatever is in the Grishaverse. So if you are, I can't imagine you listening and you right now and you haven't read all or kept up. But if for some reason you haven't, be aware we might have some spoilers in here because we are going to just talk about everything. So nothing is off the table. So, okay.
Also, if this is your first listen, apologies. Like, oh my gosh, this is not what they usually sound like. I'm not usually on them.
Oh, Lacey, you sound fantastic.
Ah,
It's fun. This is what all it's about. I mean, come on. I mean, Aleks is the one that looks amazing. Aleks is in a kefta. Yeah.
truly.
I'm in a milkman hat, which makes no sense whatsoever. So, okay. So let's get into this. Let's get into these images because I'm really excited. And they did get released today, which is the day that we are recording. However, this will be released tomorrow. So we're really close. But these images, these stills, we have not seen. And okay, so let's bring up the first still. Okay. So Aleks, what you got about this one?
So this is one I actually don't have many theories on. Obviously, we are on Stormhand's ship. Obviously, we don't know that he is Nikolai yet. But I'm wondering why he doesn't have any type of makeup on. Aren't people gonna recognize him?
Hmm.
Like, it confuses me, but I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this. Lacey, what do you think?
It makes me wonder if this is after he like frees Alina and Mal. Maybe they do something, they kind of change it from the books and they go back on a Stormhunt ship for some reason. That's my guess as to why he's not in any makeup, because I've actually really been looking forward to this Stromhond Nikolai transformation. So I do hope they keep that. Like, I hope this isn't Stromhond and Nikolai. But if it is, who cares?
So, yeah. And for those of you that are listening, since this is a podcast, this image, one, you can go to GrishaCast on our Instagram. We've got all of these up. And this image is obviously, as you've heard, of Nikolai. The actor's name, I can't remember. I don't have any of the actors' names memorized.
I don't have them in front of me at the moment.
It's okay. But I will draw you a picture, listener. It is it looks like it's Nikolai. He is crouched over on what looks like a table. And I think everybody's right. It definitely looks like they're on a ship because of the way the building, like the way the room is, like in the back you see it kind of looks like one of the bows of the ship. So we're definitely on Sturmon's ship, and we do know that where the story is going, Siege and Storm would be the next part of the story for Alina and Darkling's story, and we get Nikolai. I agree with both of you that there's really not a lot in this, besides the fact that I think it's a beautiful picture. The colors are interesting because What were the Lantsov colors? Like Alex, do you remember what the Lantsov colors like were by chance? It was gold and something.
Red and gold, I think.
I th-
But it could be that royal blue that he's wearing.
okay, because that's what's
I
making.
want to say it was the blue. Yeah.
Okay, so because that could be what it is. I mean, then we know definitely he's in Nikolai. That is Nikolai. However, you are right. I don't know how they're going to do the Sturmhond transformation because we haven't seen anything about that. We haven't seen any images. But we also, like, they could twist the story around where it's just not. I don't know. There's different ways that they could do it where, I mean, maybe it's just Alina with, like, with Nikolai. I don't know. And she just doesn't know what he looks like. Who knows? Yeah, but I'm living for this picture. I really want to know what I feel like there's a book in the background, or something.
I
And
was looking at that.
yeah,
Mm.
I want to know what that is. And yeah, I love that strap he's got too.
Looks like a satchel of sorts.
It probably, yeah. Um, so this leaves us with a lot of questions, but still, it's a beautiful picture, and I'm so excited and living for just to see Nikolai. Okay, so let's move on to our next image. Ooh, okay. Okay, Alec. So this image is of Mal and Alina, and they are on a ship of some sorts. So that's your imagery. Alex, what you got for us?
My first thought and my general theory about how the show is going on. This is them going to Novia Zem, but my opinion, I think they're going to completely scrap that whole part and they're just going to be on Sturmhond's ship. I don't know why. I
Ooh.
just feel like it's not a super critical part of the story to be in the Netflix show. And it just feels fitting for how they did season 1. Like, yeah, they took some things out that they didn't need exactly. But they're not wearing the same clothes that they were when they boarded the ship. So I'm not 100% sure. That is just my theory on this picture. I'm going to throw it over to Lacey now.
That was a wonderful observation, Alex, that they're not wearing the same clothes. As soon as you said that, I was like, they're not. Oh my gosh. So, because they're too hopeful for it to be when they get taken from Novia Zem. So it can't be that.
He also looks like he was wearing a J. Crew button-up. Sorry. And yeah, there is someone definitely hanging in the back, behind Mal's shoulder.
Where's their
You're
head?
right.
I don't know where their head is. That is the mystery. The Darkling went headless and decided to dress
And
very
there's like
flashy.
people standing below them too.
There
There's like a lady in a green dress.
See, exactly. And I think, and seeing that makes me think that this is a ship going to Novia Zem. Because we have to remember it's been a long while since with all the little tidbits of information, but we did learn that, I mean, Lee said that they are going to draw a lot from Lives of Saints, and that we also know that we're getting like some of Jesper's story, I feel, just because of the word Zawa, right? Zawa is, yeah. They've made a big deal about that, just using that word in general recently. And I think we are going to go to Novia Zem, and that would kind of make sense because those people in the background, they're not on Sturmon's ship going to like find a sea whip. They're
We
just,
also have to remember that at the end of season 1, they weren't going to Novia Zem at all. They were going to Ketterdam.
you're
'Cause
right.
they all boarded that same ship.
You're right.
You're right.
So that might be, but they're in the different clothes. Maybe it's a long trip.
Like a really, really long trip.
Yeah, and he was able to stop at J. Crew. Azaltus J. Crew. Yeah, they had an outlet mall. So, um, you just pick that up.
I will say that if they do go to Novia Zem, I hope that they do bring the Jurda Param into the TV show, because I can't imagine that they're going to take them to Novia Zem for one scene, build all those sets, build all those costumes
Right.
for one scene where they get kidnapped. So if they do bring them there, I hope we get some of that stuff.
And I agree with you. I think we are, because Alex actually has shared with us in like a couple episodes ago where more cast members were added to the IMDb page. And remember when we figured out the Sancta Merity?
Yep.
So I really think they are definitely going to use Novia Zem as a big point in. There's going to be a lot more to it. I think it's a great opportunity too for us to get Jesper's backstory, because Jesper's backstory that we get from the books isn't. Some of it is critical to the story, but some of it could really be explained now too. I mean, if you think about it, um, just learning about how he grew up, his mother. Um, I'm excited to see how Sancta Merity gets in here, which I don't know. But yeah, they're definitely going to go. And Jurda Param, we can't do Six of Crows without Jurda Param. I can't wait to see what that looks
Exactly.
like. Ooh. So, I'm trying to see if there's anything else in this image. Alina looks very happy. She doesn't have the collar on.
No, I'm not seeing it at all.
Okay.
Interesting.
And
But they were hiding it under scarves and such.
Correct. But what, like, I mean, in this image, I mean,
That just looks like her hair.
I mean, like, I feel like we would still like. I guess I have to remember. Wasn't it pretty bulky? Like, but you know what? They got money for season 2, so maybe it got an upgrade and maybe got a little thinner. Yeah. But I don't see it. That's one thing I just realized. And also they do look very hopeful. So, if they're running away from the Darkling, no one's smiling like this. But
No.
okay. You know what? I'm going to call that this might be maybe one of the very last scenes of the season because they just seem too happy. Okay. Well, let's go to our next still. I will describe what we got. Okay, so this one I think everybody's really excited about. It is an image of Kaz and Inej, and they're facing one another. It looks like they're in a deep conversation. I think maybe I'm wrong here, but it looks like Kaz is possibly holding her hand or holding something very close to her. Aleks, what you got?
I think he is holding a knife to give her or something to give her. They're planning, they're scheming. I'm very excited. I don't know, but I need more right now.
Yes.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't even speculate what part this is.
So I just noticed this. In the background is that picture that he stole. Right? Or wasn't the big
Yes.
by that, and that's a picture of the fold. However, it does look a lot bigger than it did. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't the same image. Maybe this is just a different painting of the fold because
It's the same one.
is it?
Mhm.
Okay. I just don't remember the 2 cows. Are those 2 cows over on the like right-hand side? Like maybe I'm seeing things, but
No, they're there.
okay, good. You see cows? See, I'm a
I
milkman,
see
so I'm seeing it.
something.
Yeah, it looks like 2. Because I mean, if I think about the Grishaverse, there's got to be, artists love to paint like magnificent things. I'm sure there are a lot of artists that might do the fold, but I
That is
can't.
the same picture. I'm looking it up now.
I was gonna say, I was like, I can't remember for sure, so I'm gonna trust Aleks on this one.
I got you.
I know you do. Is it bigger? Like, it seemed
Nah, it's about the same size.
really? Okay. Well, I so I think that's great, about the knife. I think that's a great that definitely makes sense. Also, I'm gonna say Inej's hair looks phenomenal right now. Like, that is on
Mhm.
point. I I love that. And also her cute little vest and that shirt. Ooh. she- Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. But yeah, there's nothing else really in this image. Gosh, they're so good at teasing us with stuff. Um
They might be in the barrel, but they have fashion for days.
4 days.
4 days. Yes, they got that Kruger, and they brought it, and, I mean, season 2, I mean, we knew, like, it was gonna happen. Season 1 did so well, they're gonna get more money to put more emphasis on these small little details that mean so much to us too, which I think I'm so excited about. I thought the graphics in season 1 were great. However, I heard from I can't remember who it was. I think it was someone that had worked with Lee that we had on here as an interview, that said that they thought that the graphics were good, but they could have been better. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, really? I loved them." But it made me realize that yeah, the it can just get better and better and better. So, okay, so let's go to our next image, still picture. Okay, this has got my attention because this has got my man. So for you listeners, this is definitely an image of Matthias. And he is not wearing a shirt. and he
We're just
and
gonna hold on this picture for like
Yeah.
5 minutes now. Let's have a moment of
Yeah.
silence for shirtless Matthias, please.
thank you. Okay. There we go. Okay. So um it's a beautiful picture. I actually, you know what? I should Aleks, you go. I need to calm down for a second. So,
I gotta compose myself first.
uh,
So, my theory, I do have theories for this one. I lost my sticky notes, but we're in Hellgate. This is
yeah.
Hellgate. We are getting Matthias out, and this is him fighting the wolves. And I am so excited to see this happen. It's gonna look so good. And he looks great. I thought his hair would be longer though, because he's been there for a while. But they definitely have to cut the time because Six of Crows happened. Words are hard at the moment. 2 years after Ruin and Rising. I think we're following the Six of Crows storyline in this season,
Yeah,
at least to get Matthias out.
I agree. And we are. We definitely know that like I mean that's going to happen. So yeah, and we are in Hellgate and I love that and I I think it's going to be incredible to see definitely. So Haley, what do you got? Do you see anything?
I am looking at the guys in the background, and there's looking like a guy in like a potato suit,
A potato
He
suit?
does
like
look
in an
like a
all
potato.
brown sack,
Oh my god, the guy on the
which
top.
I think, as you see him,
It looks like he's also wearing a witch's hat.
yeah. So I'm kind of curious because I know in Ketterdam they all wear costumes, so I'm curious which costume that is.
Look how old those prisoners are. Like, I'm sorry, but did they just
I
get
think they're
everybody?
the watchers. I think they're people coming to watch.
Yes, the people that bet on the
Yeah,
Mhm.
fights. That's what that is. Because I was gonna say,
yeah.
gosh, they just got like the senior citizen like ward watching this, and then we've got young Matthias here rippling with, um, yes. So, okay. Well, I'm gonna now talk about the picture, because I think I'm so excited to go to Hellgate. Um, I think it's I think it's interesting. So the wolf, I couldn't remember. I haven't read like so. Is that who he fights the wolves?
Yeah.
And that's when they get him out.
Hmm.
Okay, interesting.
I will say, and I hate to cut you off here, but it looks like Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof is just sitting right front and center, and I'm dying over this.
Oh my God, you are right. He is just, if I was a rich man, da 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 da. Da." Yeah, and then you know, maybe
The crossover
Matthias.
you didn't know you needed.
Uh, I'm. I didn't know other people knew what Fiddler on the Roof was until just recently. I thought it was only like a Jewish thing that all Jews knew. But yeah, um, oh, matchmaker. Okay. But yes, he does look like Tevye. I'm totally feeling that, and I would love that. So this is really, I'm just excited in general to go to Hellgate. I think it's going to be a really cool opportunity for graphics and for us to see just the story, and I think it's going to be incredible. I'm gonna say this even though it's not in the image, but I really, really, really hope that we get to see the ice court. I don't think we will, but I hope we do. So,
Fingers
um,
crossed.
okay, so let's go to the next image. Okay, so for those listeners, this is a great picture. It's of Jesper and Wyland. Alex, what you got?
My boys, Wesper. I love them so much.
Mhm.
My thought here is we are either meeting Wyland for the first time, we are introducing him to the crows. This is Jesper meeting Wyland for the first time. This
Mm,
is just a thought. I'm not sure, but it also could be scheming face from Jesper, and Wyland's like, I don't know what you're trying to think of, but I don't like it. It's giving me very much of Jesper is gonna screw things up, and Wyland's gonna have to clean it up.
mm,
Mm.
yeah. So,
See, I like Alex's theory that it's when they first meet because I remember Wyland describing Jesper's outfit as being loud and multicolored and all these things, and he just walked in like he owned the place, like he knew what was going on, and that is definitely the vibe I get from this picture. That this is a man who came in, saw what he wanted, and just snatched it right on up. Like,
I 100% agree with you because Jesper also is holding a piece of paper. It looks like he's talking to Wyland about, like, I can't remember what it was that Kaz sent him for. Like, it was, I can't remember what.
Powders,
Yeah, like something.
explosives.
So it definitely looks like an opportunity where he's talking to him like, "This is this is what I need," and I love Wyland's face here though. Like it's so, it's just so innocent, and he's so. Oh my gosh, I love it, and I love also the chemistry that you can see in this picture because it's their first. I feel like it definitely is their first meeting, but, like, Jesper is he is, like, infatuated. I feel like you could just see it in his eyes. Am I right? You guys see
Oh,
that?
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I agree.
I don't know if Wyland feels that, but Jesper definitely he's like, "Uh-huh. Yes. I want some of that." Okay.
I love this picture more than I love myself, and I think that says a lot about me.
It's a great
Oh,
picture. It's a
it
great
it is
picture.
it's a beautiful picture. So,
I'm sorry, my dog is barking. I'm sorry.
it's just
Jordy. Oh yeah, my dog's name is Jordy, like
oh,
Kaz's brother.
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
amazing. Okay,
yeah. Enough.
Jordy.
You know, he hasn't lost all my savings yet, but give him some time. He might. I don't know.
Animals do that. I
They do that. They do that.
so let's move on to our next image. And okay, so I feel like this is a really awesome image. It's a picture of Alina and Mal. However, I am and Alina has is definitely summoning her power, and she's got her hands to her sides, and she's got the little fireballs coming out. And Mal is looking. They both are looking at something or somebody. It looks like a ship, but I'm going to pass it on over to Alex. What do you think? There's a lot in this too.
so as you were saying that, I had a brand new theory. Throw everything else I had out the window for this. They are this is the same scene where we saw Nikolai earlier, but this is where he slowly transforms back into Nikolai because the person that we're seeing has kind of gray hair and they're slowly seeing him transform. The Grisha effects are wearing off and Alina's realizing that. You see that anger in her face. She's throwing up her powers and they're wondering, who is this? Whose ship are we on? What's going on? And Mal's just kind of standing there like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm here. And they're
Yeah.
going to realize it's him. He's going to slam his hands on the table so he's looking like he's in that first picture.
And to back that up, I'm flipping between the two pictures. The paneling on the ship is exactly the same. It's exactly the same.
And
I think you nailed it.
she's wearing the same outfit, or similar, and just wanted to point that out.
It's like she took her coat off.
And she is definitely not wearing a collar.
They may not have edited it in yet.
I find that hard.
Because we didn't have the Darkling Scars edited in during the teaser trailer.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I just feel like for them to release these images, that's a pretty big thing not to miss and not to put in there. I really do. Like, I just feel like, don't you think?
Maybe they were afraid it would gross people out.
That's possible. Some people do have that bodily body modification fear.
You know what? I forgot. You're right. The way it was, it actually still could, because it didn't go all the way around like a necklace in the show, did it?
Yeah, it was like
it was
low.
Actually just, oh my goodness, guys. That's right. Yeah, it still could be, covered up in the hair. Okay. And I think that is an excellent theory, Aleks. I think it's incredible. I think it is definitely right on. That is exactly what's going on, because you can see Nikolai's like his gun, his his little like scope that he's looking out over the like. That's definitely what's happening. That is really cool. And yeah, Mal just is like, what? What's going on? But
typical Mal.
Thank God thank God his girlfriend is a Grisha and is ready. I mean, because he doesn't even look like he'd be able to do anything right now. I do love this actor. I think he does a great job of portraying Mal, especially compared to the way that he's portrayed in the books. I think he gives him a lot more character. I do love this image of Mal's face. It is really funny. It's kind of, just like, duh. Okay. So let's move on to the next image. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love this just because I'm excited for these two characters. We've got our twins. So it's Tamar and, oh my gosh, Tamar and
Tolia.
Tolia, thank you. Tamar and Tolia. And they are in fighting stance. And again, this podcast is going to make no sense unless you go and see these images. So I really hope you do. But Aleks, what do you got with this?
So I'm making my theories for this one as we're recording this, but I am seeing Grisha behind them. So I'm thinking this is when they're still working in quotes with the Darkling and they're meeting Alina, they're capturing her, something like that. And she's showing her powers. And those two just seem amazed because, as we know, they worship her. They see her as a sun goddess, basically. And the other Grisha behind them are in more of a fighting and more of a serious stance because they have seen her powers. So specifically, Tolia, I believe, is the male. I get those two confused a lot.
Correct.
But it's he looks freaked out. He looks like, oh my God, my goddess is in front of me. I'm in disbelief. I'm in shock. That is what I'm getting from this, but I'm not sure about you guys. Eric, I'll throw it to you because it looks like Lacey had to get the dog for a moment.
Sorry. Yeah,
Lacey.
sorry. I'm so sorry. So now that you say that, it does kind of look like that, or it almost looks like they're getting ready to fight and the person they were fighting for changed tactic and they're kind of taken off guard. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to take this second season. So it's really hard to tell exactly where all the fighting is going to be and not. But I do like that that's the first time they see Alina really like sun summon out.
I think you're absolutely right. And I just love that the casting for these two characters was incredible. They look amazing. The costumes that we have seen so far, I know this doesn't give a lot of the costume, but the other images that we've seen so far, especially from like the teaser trailer, they're going to be so much fun to watch. And I cannot wait. And random, but did I call you Haley a minute ago? Like,
You
why?
did. You did, darling.
What happened? I'm sorry. I was reading some stuff and it's horrible. I'm sorry.
It happens.
No, it doesn't, because we just have an Instagram follower that like her name happens to be Haley, and I was looking over it. That doesn't mean I should call Lacey Haley.
No, see, you're fine. See, you're fine. It was a reason. You're fine.
Well, I'm glad I did.
At first, I was like, did I mishear it?
Is my name Haley? Did Eric just rename me?
Did I forget what my name was?
Nice to meet you, Haley. My name is Aleks.
And
hi, Al.
Yep. And I just love that I realized that probably about like I did that 10 minutes ago, and I just realized that. I was starting to think about I was like, wait a minute, did I for some reason call anyways, okay. So let's move on to our next still. Okay, so this image is of it's the crows. And that is really exciting. I love it. So real quickly, Aleks, what you got on this?
So I have two theories. They are either about to go into Hellgate to get Matthias, or it's the scene just before in Six of Crows where they are at I can't remember what it's called. It's where they do all the trading and everything. I want to say the merchandiser. But that is the newspaper we get.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, that's an interesting. Okay. Haley, what you got?
Haley.
I was joking. Come on. Now it's your name.
So now it's my name officially. No. That's my Grisha-verse name.
It is. Yes.
There you go.
I love that you guys all thought I was serious again. Yeah. Okay. Lacey.
Well, I got scared for a second.
Yeah, don't get scared. I Okay. So what we got?
I think this is actually the moment when Nina convinces Kaz to break into Hellgate. Because Inej is kind of looking at Kaz like, what do you mean we're going to do this? Like, and Wyland's face is like, I think this is the moment where Kaz is like, yep, we're going into Hellgate. And the rest of the crows are kind of like, are we though? Like, is that a great idea?
Yes.
And then it cuts to them breaking into Hellgate.
Yeah. Yes, I definitely agree. I wish we had more of this to like give us more story, but that's definitely what it looks like, and it's exciting. I love it so far. Okay, so let's go to our next still, our last image actually. Yes, okay. And this is our Darkling, and he looks pissed. Aleks, what do you got?
So I will say I can kind of tell that these scars are CG. I don't have a problem with that. But we know that they are healed. He had the healers do everything they could, but those scars are not going away. And they look really good. I can just somewhat tell that they're CG, if not 100% makeup. I can tell that there's a little bit of makeup, but I'm thinking there's a lot of CG there. He looks great. Also, I would like to note, season 1, there was no gold in his kefta. He's making Alina part of him with that necklace or with that collar. Yep. He's got gold in his kefta. He's got those antlers around her neck. He is a part of her and she is a part of him, and that will never go away.
That's amazing theory. Lacey, what do you think of this beautiful image?
I did notice the gold in his kefta, and I thought that was a gorgeous detail that they added, because that's something like only the book readers will notice.
Yep.
And once again, just like the detail that's going into the costuming and stuff is gorgeous. I mean, they're really doing beautiful work in that department, and it's really, you can't get anything from this image besides his outfit, unfortunately.
Right.
It's really hard. But he does look real pissed.
He does. I do. And yes, I love the gold that they've added. I think that's incredible. And especially since it's just like accented, like random little parts. And actually it gives me a little bit of a antler feel if you look at like what we see so far. Like, I mean, just it's incredible. One other thing that I've noticed is like, I mean, there's he's wearing a hood, so I just find that very interesting because I mean, I don't like the Darkling doesn't usually need to be hiding from people. And I don't, maybe it's raining, but I feel like for some reason, I don't know, this hood is giving me something. It's definitely giving me Hocus Pocus vibes, but I want to know what's going on in this scene because I've never. He's wearing like I mean, it's a cape with a hood. I wonder if maybe we're at the end of the story, maybe of this in this season, and he needs to have it so he's kind of hiding from the people that the Grisha that if we're going in the story order, the people like the Grisha that then go against him, and he's got to hide a little bit, which is totally different. But I love that you can tell that the scars were. That's amazing. I think that's really neat. And I see that now too. I didn't notice that at first. So, okay. Well, those are our images, everyone. And what a great day. I think we all were so excited when we found out the date that the season's coming out and then they gave us these. And we're just going to get more and more and don't worry, GrishaCast will be here to cover it. So, thank you so much to my lovely co-hosts for this evening. Thank you, Haley. You've been amazing. And
anytime.
Yes, thank you. And of course, it's nice to bring our Grisha-In-The-Field indoors. We're not going to leave you outside now. We brought you in. I'm so glad that you were able to be a part. Like, seriously, thank you. It means so much to me.
It's been great.
Oh, well, awesome. Well, okay. Well, everybody, I hope everyone has a happy holiday wherever you are. And yeah, we will see you next time. I think there might be a special episode coming in sometime soon. So, long live the Grishaverse.
Like we're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A+.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com. Follow us on our socials on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok at GrishaCast. Ooh. And thank you to our amazing staff, Chris, Michelle, Aleks, and Brenda.